Welcome for tuning in to the Bubble Blowers podcast, and today I'm with Jacoby,
Connor Willison,
Reagan Schaff,
and Rylan Jensen.
And we got the prompt of what is in a name. How does being part of a family or group define us? And does being part of a group limit us in any way? Today, we are going to discuss the topics of your last name can define you, the last names do mean something, and how your last name can limit you or help you.
All right, our first discussion is about, does your name have meaning? For certain reasons and situations, I think your name does have meaning. And I think for various reasons, one of them being based on your actions, like becoming a professional athlete, your name will be known by quite a few people.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Because people can look up to you and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that because, like, if you become a professional athlete, you're going to be really well known. Like, for example, LeBron James,
Yeah.
everyone knows him because he started from nothing and then built his way up.
Yeah, but, like, you're going to be known for what you do because of your name, you know? Like,
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah, all right.
And people can, like, look up to you in that sort of way and, like, recreate, like, moves or your, like, batting stance for baseball.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. All right, and then in Romeo and Juliet, Romeo says, "My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is enemy to thee." The reason Romeo says this is based on his actions, or based on other people's actions. Montague is a bad person or an enemy to other people, but even though Romeo hasn't done anything wrong, so like basically his name defines who he is, even though he didn't do anything.
Yeah, they could know nothing about him, but since he's just part of the Montague family, he's so-called a threat or a bad guy.
Right.
Yeah, I'd like to actually add on to that. So, yes. So when Romeo kills Tybalt, everyone, all of the Capulets just really hate the Montagues. They don't know them. They've probably never said a word to them, but either way, they just hate them and just don't want to be affiliated with them in any way at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 100%. I really just think that you hit the nail on the head.
All right, bro, we didn't need that. Yeah, that's all I have, so.
All right, so I'll take it over to me now. My name's, again, Connor Wilson, and my topic is how your last name can limit or help you. So I want to just start off with a little bit about our topic. If you've done a bad thing so your last name can define you, because if you've done a bad thing, people will know you for that. So, like, let's just say maybe one of your relatives in the past did something that could carry onto your legacy, onto your last name. And people may not even know you, but they might just judge you because of your last name. Also, how your last name can define you is if you've done a good thing or a well-known person, people will know you for your last name because of that. Like what Reagan said earlier, talking about famous athlete, talking about LeBron James a little bit. People might know you for that or people are going to know you by your last name, like LeBron James. Everyone knows the last name James.
Yeah.
I'd like to add on to that, just like also a lot of people have the last name of James.
Mainly LeBron James, though.
But that's exactly why Bronny James got so lifted up when he went to NBA.
Yeah.
As a very young age.
Like Bronny James, he was like one of the worst on his team, and he got drafted before everyone else on his team. It's mainly because of his father, his last name, you know.
And everyone expects a lot from him,
Yeah.
just because his father is considered the GOAT for most people.
Just because his father is the GOAT. He was actually averaging about 4.6 points on USC, while one of their starting point guards was averaging around, I can't remember, it was like 15 or 20, but he went undrafted while Bronny James went to the league. But,
Hey, Connor, Michael Jordan is better.
all right,
LeBron
let's get
James
back to
is not
Romeo and
We're
Juliet.
not going to talk about that. All right, let's go. Come on,
So
keep going, Connor.
I have a few quotes to add on to this. One which is, he is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife. and all those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give Romeo. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live. This quote is saying that like the Capulets are basically calling him a liar, calling him false, and they also want justice for Tybalt. Justice for Tybalt because Romeo killed him. And they don't just hate Romeo. They actually hate all of the Montagues just because of what one person did. And that was just out of self-defense. So, yeah, that was my quote. And I'm going to actually pass it on to Rylan now.
Okay, so my perspective on this discussion is that last names mean a lot more than what people,
Expect.
expect. And what I mean by this is, on the other hand, this is how, last names can define you. As we said about LeBron James, it's these names have a
It was
deeper
LeBron James.
meaning. It's the
LeBron
deeper-
James.
LeBron James. But the meaning, because Barry Bonds has the same last names as James Bond, and both of them very prominent figures in society.
Completely agree with that.
Yeah, and there's one quote that I really like from Romeo and Juliet. It's Juliet expresses her desire to transcend the feud between the Montagues and Capulets by questioning the importance of the names. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell sweet. And what I mean by this is Juliet questions the significance of names because the Montagues and Capulets are in a feud, and suggesting that a rose would still smell the same even if it had a different name. Me personally, I think that means a lot. And so I just think it connects to the prompt because Juliet expresses her desire for Romeo even though the families are feuding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Names do mean a lot. And also, I have a quote from the book that the prince states, "This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy a poison of poor apothecary, and therewithal come to this vault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet Montague? See what is scourges laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I for winking at your discords too. Heaven lost a brace of kingsmen. All are punished."
All
I-
right.
Go ahead.
I think this believes that that Montagues and Capulets believe that each one of them are considered a bad person just because they are related to a Montague or related to a Capulet, and they always get rid of their guilt to blame the other one.
Yeah.
I completely. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go first, cause
Are you sure? Because you were trying to talk before me.
Yeah, you're good.
I think you should go. I insist you go. You go.
All right. Well, I was gonna say before we wrap up, if anyone has personal experiences they want to share in their lifetime with their name meaning something,
I'd like to say that my great-great-grandpappies have a highway named after them. Their names are Uncle Skinny and Uncle Fat. And I think the funny thing is that Uncle Fat was the skinny one and Uncle Skinny was the fat one.
Yeah, I also can relate to that. My dad has been called Snook his entire life, and now that's passed on to me and my brothers and siblings, and expected.
Yeah,
Same.
we call him Snooky Cookie because he's just so delicious.
It's actually been an OG nickname at least since 6th grade.
Yeah. Same thing with me. My dad, everyone called him Shoff because of his job, and now his friends will call me Shoff all the time. I don't even know why, but yeah.
Yeah, my dad didn't really have a nickname, so I don't actually have one either.
Oh, you don't have a dad?
Nah, I said my dad didn't have a nickname.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Yeah. Well, to wrap up this discussion, today we discussed your last name can define you. Last names do mean something, and how your last name can limit you or help you. We shared about the overall question, what is in a name, and how your family or group that you are a part of can define you in ways that either brings great respect or great disrespect. this is the thank you for signing in. Thank you for signing in to the Bubble Blowers. This is Jacoby signing off.
And Connor Wilson.
Don't forget Riggin.
And Rylan.